Yes people, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but in today's video just going to be having a rip around on the Surron, enjoying it for what it is. I've been doing a lot of videos with a lot more information, a few different shots on it, but this one's mainly going to be POV shots and just having a rip and a ride. This location that I ride has been my go-to recently, getting a lot more confident with riding this area at the minute as well now. For a start, when I first started riding here, I wasn't exactly overconfident and sort of held back on the speed, whereas now getting a lot more confident with the bike itself, getting a lot more confident with the route. So like down here before, when I used to ride this, I used to take it so easy, but now I know the bike's potential. Now I know sort of my riding ability a bit more. Definitely gotten better and more comfortable on the Surron. I like to rip it around a bit more and make it a bit more entertaining for you guys as well, by having a bit more fun on the bike. And this route really has like I say, been my go-to over the past couple of weeks. I haven't really got an objective for today's video. It's mainly just going to be a bit of an adventurous ride, going to touch on some topics. We're still running completely stock battery, stock controller. Power upgrades is something that I have thought about and I am really tempted to do, but basically just like to use the stock power as much as I possibly can before actually upgrading to a 72 volt or even just a bigger 60 volt battery that can handle a bit more power. Again, I have sort of been debating between a 72 volt or between the 60 volt, because I think with the 60 volt you get a lot more power than the stock, but then you also get more range than you would with the 72 volt. So I bet it doesn't look as fast on camera, but I've definitely got a lot more confident with this route and how fast you can ride it. So I forgot to say at the start of the video, but we did start on 100% battery and we started on about 887 miles. We're now on 889 miles. So we've done 2 miles and we're on 94% now. So not bad going considering we've been ripping it on sport. Like, this is one of the most fun bits to ride along, but because there's loads of boats here, you got to be a little bit respectful. Can't quite do a full speed run on here. But it's fun, it's just got all the little lumps and bumps in it. Like I say, definitely one of my favourite routes to do, one of my favourite places to ride. So one bad thing about the Surron is that quiet, that when you are riding behind people like this, they either just completely ignore you or they don't hear you at all, so they just tend to carry on with what they're doing. Thank you very much. Cheers. See, eventually people do sort of realise, and she was nice enough to pull over and let me go past. This is one of the parts where you can sort of rip along. I do have to watch my helmet quite a bit because I tend to get conked on the head by these trees and plants, but this is one of the funner bits. So I'm doing 44 according to the speedo. Probably got a little bit quicker there. So like I said, I've definitely got a lot braver going along routes like this and how much speed I'm willing to gain on the bike. Sometimes I think I get a little bit too brave for even myself, but this bit gets a bit sketchier because the water level seems to get higher compared to the actual path. You seem a lot closer to the water there, which I don't like. At least when you're in parts like this, you've got a bit of a, let's call it a weed hedge to protect you from actually flying into the drink. I've upgraded my brakes. If you've not seen that video, also go back and watch that one. But I went ahead and I bled my brakes, which was just something standard that you have to do after so long. And then I went ahead and put the Shimano HO3C brake pads in, which is an upgrade that a lot of people do to the stock brakes on the Surron. What a difference that makes. I mean, stopping distance is pretty good, as you can see from that. They have made a huge difference on the bike. On and off-road, they have pretty much changed the braking system on the bike. Whatever they put in the bike that it originally comes with were just not up to the job of lasted long in the Surron. When I first got them, I really didn't think they were too bad at all. but after a while wasn't too pleased with them. They really weren't that expensive. They were on sale. They were down from £40 odd to about £22 a pair, so they were looking about half price. So I basically got the 2 pairs front and back for the same price as 1 set. But yeah, the HO3C is massive upgrade to the bike. Just put a pair of them in if you've not tried them yet, and you'll probably impress yourself. They'll become your new favourite thing for the brakes for the Surron. And this is one of my favourite spots to actually stop on the Surron, have a bit of a break. So just for a bit of a reference, we're on 895 miles. So we've done about 8 miles and we're on 78%. So we're not doing too bad battery wise. And while we're here, might as well have a quick look over the bike. Like I say, it's actually quite a lot dirtier than I let it get. I mean, look at this chain. That chain has seen a lot better days. Surprisingly, it's still tight, and I've not really had to do anything to that for a while, but I mean, look at the dust on that. The dust on the wheels is building up, and that is thick now. There's bits of grass cuttings. That all sticks to the oil from the chain, and then it clogs the chain up. I mean, this is probably too dirty for a chain. I probably shouldn't let it get this bad. I have been building it up for my video on cleaning the Surron. I wanted it to get a bit dirty so there was actually some difference to see on the bike. So while we're running over the bike, still not done many more modifications than what I did in one of my last videos. We spoke about the handlebars, foot pegs, peg bracer, spoke about the sprocket quite a lot. We spoke about the tyres. The only thing I have touched since doing my sort of full run over the bike is the brake pads. They're the only things that I've changed recently. Definitely in need of a new back tyre fairly soon, because the tread on this tyre is looking a hell of a lot worse than this tyre. What I will do if I do go for the same tyre is I'll just buy a single tyre. We'll put this one on the back and we'll wear down this one, seeing as it's already got a bit of wear, and then we'll just basically make that one redundant and we'll put a brand new one on the front. We've got a bit of a gnarly one on the front brake. That's from where I fell off. You can see I've done quite a bit of damage to the mineral oil cap, the actual lever. I mean, the lever's looking definitely the worst off. A little bit of damage there as well, just where it sort of hit the floor and scraped. Did my grip in a bit. There's a nice bit of a hole coming in the grip. We did do some damage to the foot peg. If you can see there where it's hit the floor and it's scraped back, it's done all this damage here. It bent one of the actual pegs out of the peg. Again, no biggie. They were cheap pegs anyway, so I'm not exactly overly bothered about that. And something I do want to know about these pegs is, on this peg, I'm going to call them grippers. You've got all these grippers around the outside, even one on this backside. If you come to the other side of the bike, they're missing 1 or 2 grippers on this side, and I can't really understand why. Either I put the pegs on the wrong way and that's meant to stop it hitting the bracket that the pegs sit on, or they've messed up the peg in some way, or it's just a design that they do for some reason. But I can't see why they would leave these ones out when it's these pegs here that are going to end up bending back and actually hitting this bracket. Another bit that's sort of getting on my nerves about the Surron, and it's again my fault and how I ride it, is I'm starting to wear the paint off of the frame here. I'm not sure if getting a sticker kit will actually come down and cover that. Part of my plans for the future is definitely changing the decals. This will be the last ride that I do with the bike in stock form, that meaning I'm definitely going to be taking these stickers off very soon. I say in stock form, I've already done upgrades, but we have got more upgrades coming in either the video before or after cleaning the Surron video. It'll probably be after. So they're just a few things that I definitely want to touch on the Surron very soon. Like I say, there is definitely some upgrades coming, so keep your eyes out for that video. Definitely going to be adding a bit more of my own style to the Surron. Now we've had a bit of a look at the bike, we're going to carry on a bit further, see how far we can get tonight before it does get a bit dark. Like I say, I'll probably end the video before my journey back, because once it gets dark, the GoPro is one of the worst cameras for filming. So while we're going along, I do want to give a mention to some of the other UK YouTubers that I know that are making Surron or Talaria content. Going to give another shout out to the South Coast Surron. He makes some really good content, a lot of informational stuff, a lot of videos like I'm doing now where he's riding and just talking about the bike. He's got some good videos on where he's come across people who aren't too happy about him riding it, and he handles it absolutely brilliantly. He seems like a really nice guy. Someone actually mentioned in the comments that me and him should do a collaboration of a video, which I would definitely be down for. I mean, if he's watching this, South Coast Surron, the collaboration's in the making. We should definitely do a video together. I think it'd make some really good content. I think between us we could come up with a lot of good video ideas. Definitely go check out his channel. I'll try and put the link to his channel in the description. The next person that I want to give a bit of a mention is Blood, Sweat and Gears. His YouTube name will either be under Blood, Sweat and Gears, or it will be under Stingy Roger. Again, he's putting out some great content on both the Talaria and the Surron. I don't know whether it's his Surron or whether it's his mate's Surron, but he himself has got an awesome Talaria, loads of upgrades done to it already. He's putting out some awesome content on batteries, definitely putting out some good content on tyres. I know he's got a few different wheel sets that he uses and has put some great content out on that. Within the small amount of videos that he's put on YouTube, he's actually progressed so well. A lot of his videos are getting into the thousands of views, which is really good for someone who's not been creating for that long of a time. His videos are really well put together, really well thought through. He's always got good topics. He records them really well, so I definitely recommend checking out Blood, Sweat and Gears / the Stingy Roger, or checking out the South Coast Surron. It's nice to see some other people from the UK putting out some decent content on these bikes. They're the two that spring to mind and the two that I want to give a special mention to in this video. So I've just stopped at my next and probably my last location, and we've just hit 900 miles. We've done 44% of the battery, So if you go from the 887 that we started on, we've done dead on 13 miles in 44% of the battery. If you double the 44, you then get 88%. So we would have used 88%, leaving 12% on the battery. So if you ride like I've ridden today, you're going to roughly get 16 miles to the 88%. The battery does sort of start to sag around the 50% mark. You'll notice a bit less power, and then again at about the 30% mark, you'll notice even less power. Still enough power to pull the front wheel up, so it's not really a problem in my eyes. So I know I basically just talked a load of rubbish in this video, hit a few subjects on the Surron. It's been a bit of a different video to how my previous videos have been. I just wanted to come out and have a bit of an adventure like I used to. If you do enjoy seeing videos like this where we just adventure on the Surron and we basically ride and talk a load of rubbish and hit some topics on the Surron, so yeah, if you do want to see more of this content, let me know down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up so I know you've liked watching this video and YouTube knows you've liked watching this video. So with all that said and done, I'm going to end the video here. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Until the next video, I'm Matt Francis. I'm signing out. Peace.